Guys, Ryan Bit up here, Blogging Paradise. I finally got the lighting right, and we're going to be leaving in a couple hours from New York City. So this is how the way things go sometimes, which is entertaining, but really feel amped up today. I just released my new podcast. Well, it's been out for a while, but my latest podcast and my new blog post. We're going with the Tuesday, Friday scheme these days. And I saw something through a few comments on my blog, as well as few responses to my post from yesterday. I mentioned how I ran 10 miles in Central Park and then I walked 80 blocks after that. And to a lot of folks, this isn't even fathomable. But the same guy who's doing this 3 short months ago was getting winded after running 2 miles. Now, I thought, how could you energize yourself for your blogging day? And a lot of people ask me a ton, Ryan, where do you find the energy? And I think there's one key shift. Chris, good morning, good to see you. That helped me write 126 of these ebooks. That helped me, quote unquote, be all over the place. I moved from being in survival mode, good morning, to doing what I'm doing predominantly for fun. And that's the shift you have to make to find those unlimited resources of energy so you'll keep going. Not from a desperate, frantic place, because that's still being in survival mode. That means you're still doing things from a space of, oh my God, I have to do this with my blog, or I have to do this in life. I have to live this life and do these things or else I'm going to run out of everything. And that's a fear-based energy. And you just got to be real about this shit, because most folks don't have the energy, quote unquote, they always have it, but they feel like they don't have it and they feel demotivated and just unenergized because they aren't being the person energetically. And it's all being. Energy is all energy. It's all what you're being. They're not being the person who's following their passion, doing what they're doing mainly for the fun of it. They're still trying to get. Kind of makes sense, because when you're following your passion, you're doing what's fun, you're giving, you're creating the videos, you're not just worried about yourselves, worried about your build, worried about your client base, worried about your blogging courses, if you even created them yet. And I thought it was pretty cool. I just wrote a nice little advertisement, because I pay the bills, of course, for my blogging course and my email newsletter. And it's something to really think about buying, guys, because if you're lacking the energy, this 11 fundamentals of successful blogging, you could find it on my blog at bloggingparadise.com. It's such an entertaining and fun and just helpful way to help you get that, well, of course, helpful will help you get that extra, find that extra 20 gears. So you always feel energized, because I created the course to help you build a successful blog from the inside out. So if you've been on the fence about it, or you're like, man, I've been meaning to buy it, you know, dive in and enjoy it. I wrote this advertisement and it just felt so good and like so much fun and so enjoyable because my energy was right. I wasn't really trying to get anything out of it. It was out there for you to help you, and that's that. And in the past, I know whenever I'd go to that call to action with anything, even for friggin' 99 cents an ebook back in the day when I used to charge that much, or anything money-wise, there was so much heaviness because I was still in survival mode and I was promoting mainly to get shit. But now I'm doing things predominantly from a space of fun and love, so my energy keeps going through the roof. And I'm able to even do the stuff that I'm doing yesterday. I mean, there's training and I'm going slowly, but running 10 miles and then walking 80 blocks in New York City. Calves are a little sore, but again, you see this body coming together here, you know, and it's like, I don't really want this per se. It's a nice little whatever. I don't care. Just the body. Meat suit. But I have that extra blogging gear, and I keep adding gears because I'm doing what I'm doing mainly for the fun of it. But the shift you gotta make, guys, and this is something that seems so subtle, or maybe it doesn't seem subtle, and you're living in this state of panic and fear, and you just feel like, God, you know, I just feel so leaden heavy. You have to move from survival mode towards doing things mainly for fun and love. Understand, most human beings you see live entirely in survival mode. They're doing what they're doing just to survive, meaning they're doing what they're doing to put food on their table predominantly, and to put a roof over their heads. Do you really think we're giving all these creative gifts to live like an animal? No offense to animals. Because animals just do things from that survival mode, instinctual place. They sleep, they poop, they get food, they eat. Maybe they're fed if they're living inside like baby Gambino. But in the same regard, we're not supposed to be doing that, guys. We're beyond that. We don't want to come from that fear-based space. So guys, I'm going to roll because things are a little behind. I was up so late last night. I didn't say insomnia, but I know that run and that workout, it was phenomenal, but it kept me up to like 3:30. So I did sleep till after 9. I got about 6, but just got my post. I had to create the post this morning, all that good stuff. So I'm going to roll. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. The call to action is, and I'll expound on this on Periscope and on Facebook, a little longer video, but not too much. The video call to action, think about your blogging life. If you want to energize yourself for your day, and just think about, how can I better energize myself to find that extra gear, to find that extra 5 gears, 10 gears. And when you sit with that for a couple moments and you're being really honest about it, you'll see it's the survival mode. Like if you don't have the energy, you're doing things predominantly from a place of getting. And that comes from, I gotta get enough out of this act. Gotta get enough out of this blog, traffic, comments, profits. I gotta make enough. Hey, that's Elvis. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Elvis, Chris, love it, guys. Good to see you, man. So good to see you. Thanks for all those comments, for all the love. Everybody, thanks so much. So it's one of those deals, guys, where you go from survival mode to fun mode, where you're doing this for fun and love, and you're going to have to embrace, you're going to have to eat the shit sandwich like I talk about. You're going to have some crappy feelings come up, and it's okay. You know, we all eat them. You will start uncovering these reservoirs of energy you never knew you had. And then from there, you'll be like, man, you become a creative dynamo. You appear to be all over the place. And like, what was the shift? You went from just trying to survive, because it was fear-based, to feeling some of those fears, spitting them out, you know, feeling them, maybe a little upset, and that's okay, and doing things from a place of love and fun. And that's where everything happens. Guys, make sure to buy my latest ebook on Amazon. Those are paperbacks. How to develop blogging posture, and also take a look at that blogging audio course. It is fun, it is entertaining. I created it in Granada, Nicaragua, which was a very, very colorful experience because all the bombas are going off in the background. A lot of very colorful folks there, funny folks. That's where I fought a vagrant for my flip-flops. I fought a vagrant homeless guy for $1 a pair of flip-flops from Bali. It was a very colorful experience, which of course I blogged about. And maybe I should make an ebook too. I don't know, I'll see. But thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate the love. Elvis, Chris, you guys rock. Everybody, until next time, you know what to do. Coming up on Periscope for another quick one, and also Facebook Live. A couple more hours in New York City. I'm gonna get closer and closer to you now. I hope I'm not scaring you. Till next time, enjoy paradise.